Hello and welcome everybody to Anti-Slave Question Everything. Um, Today is a pretty crazy special day in American history. All right, so it is June 4th, 2022 right now, and about however many years ago, I don't really know too much about math and all that, but in June 4th of 2004, okay, Marvin John Heemeyer went on a motherfucking rampage and destroyed an entire town in a modified fucking bulldozer, right? And he had these. This motherfucker went crazy, bro, and he destroyed this entire fucking town. And he didn't kill nobody. That's the crazy part is that I fuck with this dude because this is like just some crazy act of anarchism. Like he did not like the social shit that was happening or the government. I'm sorry, fuck me, I'm a little stoned. The political shit that was happening around him, right? Fuck, man, he wasn't with it. He wasn't with that. People were fucking jerking him around. Here's a little backstory on Homeboy, right? So he was born October 28th, 1951. All right, and he died June 4th, 2004, because unfortunately the dude took his own life inside of said Killdozer after he went on his rampage. So anywho, oh man. So what happened is Marvin Heemeyer bought 2 acres of land, and on this 2 acres of land, he built a muffler repair shop, right? And at first it was all Gucci. Everything was good. He was getting good business. Everything was cool, you know. And then and then he started getting fucked around by the city because he was getting fined for not being properly hooked up to the city's like line of sewage or whatever. He had a septic tank, but it wasn't hooked up to the city shit. So they were fining him for that. And he was like, "Fuck that. I don't." He's like, "I don't need your shit. I got a septic tank," you know. So they were fining him something around like what? It was like what it is. I read online it said something about 1500 $2,500 a day, and that was back in fucking 1992, 1993 money. You know, that's still today is still that's fucking a lot of money. So anywho, he he bought that land. He built the muffler repair shop on it. Everything was cool. He was getting fucked around, like I said, by the city. But then this motherfucker Granby comes through, right? And this guy's some head honcho, and he's got this fucking corporatized fucking uh cement factory idea plan shit that he wants to do. But the issue is that if he were to fucking build this plant, it was gonna make this big ass road that would fucking cut off all access to Heemeyer's muffler shop. Okay, so Heemeyer fucking contested this to the city. He was like, "Hey, bro, dude, you guys are really fucking me around here. You know, you guys are really fucking me around here, bud." Nobody listened. The city actually ended up fucking granting uh Granby the ability to build his fucking thing, so he could fucking block off that muffler. Well, it wasn't his intent. I'm actually I don't know. Question everything. I don't fucking know. It could have been his intention. Maybe he was a fucking. Maybe they were just like high school buddies at some point, and then he might have fucked that dude's girlfriend at one point. He's someday he might. I'm gonna get you back. And he rose to power. I don't know. Anywho, so he got he got okayed to do it, you know, in 2001 to do the whole dealio to build the fucking plant. And so he did. He did build the plant. And Heemeyer then spent the next fucking god damn it. So if it was from 2001, how long would that be from 2001? The zoning commission. I don't know if he started fucking scheming right about then at that point, but I think that he started getting the idea that he was like, all right, some shit's fucked up and I'm gonna have to do something about it. So in 2001 is when the shit really kind of went down, and Heemeyer knew that he was like, oh, he's like, I'm fucked now. He's fucked. He wasn't getting no more business. He wasn't getting no more business. He needed his business to survive, bro. He had loans out. All right. And in my opinion, this motherfucker, dude, he's an American hero because this guy literally went and destroyed an entire town over what he believes in because these motherfuckers were fucking him around that much that he went in and he put in that work. And it's crazy too because when he was building this crazy killdozer, he even had some person like show up at his muffler shop to like do an inspection on said muffler shop to make sure that he was up to code with things. And he had just this giant fucking tarp over this killdozer, and they were like, all right, cool, what's that? And he made some bullshit excuse up for what it was. So I mean, it could have been prevented. It shouldn't have been prevented. I'm glad it happened because these people are cocksuckers and capitalist pigs are fucking cocksuckers and they deserve to have their fucking entire town destroyed when they do bullshit like this. So let's get into the fucking Killdozer itself right here. All right, his bulldozer was a modified Komatsu. All right, and he referred to it as the MK tape. It was fitted with makeshift armor plating covering the cabin, engine, and parts of the tracks. In places, this armor was over 1 foot. Damn thick. And it was consisting of 5,000 psi of quickcrete concrete mix. So this motherfucker had steel plates and shit that he had welded to the outside of this bulldozer and then poured concrete onto the inside of it to make this protective shell. And then he also had these cameras that were going in 360-degree angles, right? All out this motherfucker so he could fucking see what was going on. And he had air compressors hooked up to the camera so when he had rubble and shit on the Killdozer, he could blow it off and see where he was going. This shit is fucking crazy. Now I'm gonna take you to some actual footage of said fucking dude in said fucking Killdozer destroying said fucking town. It's intense.
The Caterpillar turned tank.
Hey, if you're just joining us, it's now 5 o'clock. This is News 4 at 5. This story's been developing since about 3 o'clock. This is file tape of a man who's got into a bulldozer that he's made into a makeshift armored covered bulldozer, and he's damaged or destroyed half a dozen buildings in Granby, a town of about 1,500, about 50 miles west of Denver in Grand County. So far, we're hearing no one's been injured, but that has not been confirmed.
Luann, let's go back to you, please. Tell me. You talked about this a little bit earlier, but you look at that vehicle, you can't see anybody in there. Did you ever get a look at the person who's inside?
We never did, and I think that because he geared this up, he outfitted it to act like a tank, that he had a very tiny kind of point of view that he could see out of. We were skeptical when we first arrived on scene that there was any way for him to fire.
Now, what Heemeyer also did when he was inside of this crazy fucking murder tank that he made is he had these little ports that he could shoot out of, right? So he could kind of fucking scare off police or whatever, anybody that was trying to pursue him, because there was a lot of motherfuckers that were trying to pursue him. And he just literally continued to fucking mouth through this entire fucking town. He just went fucking ape shit on him.
To fire any weapons out of this, and I think that's exactly the case. What you see on top of there is debris, some
there are 50 caliber rounds,
a whole lot of cinder blocks. It's actually 50 cinder blocks. These are remnants, debris from the buildings he's taken out over the course of the past hour or so prior to when these pictures were taken. Now, if you'll stay with us, he has just headed westbound again. This is tape. He has just again headed westbound into the downtown area. Right there, may have taken out a radiator. He doesn't stop for light poles. He doesn't stop for buildings. He takes out the corner of the copycat store. Again, this is right in downtown Granby. And then the Gamble store next to this became another prime target. He backed up while the radiator's smoking, while he has any power left. He's going to attack that Gamble's appliance store. Many of the stores, the buildings, the offices that we have seen him take out apparently seem to have some rhyme or reason to him. Some kind of history, some kind of ongoing gripe that were part of his problem with the city officials and some of the other business owners in Granby. He's going to turn around here and make one last stand and shove that Caterpillar into the Gamble's appliance store.
According to some witnesses, he reportedly also is armed with a machine gun.
So another thing that's fucking crazy about Marvin Heemeyer is that when this guy left his fucking garage, right? Check this out. Damn, that took me way too long. When he really left and was like ready, like to go, and he knew he was like, all right, yeah, I'm done. He seriously left a giant fucking hole in the side of his muffler shop, you know? When he left that fucking shop, dude, he didn't even open his garage door. I fucked this all up. Killdozer muffler shop, maybe? I don't know. But anywho, yeah, I don't know. You could find pictures of it online somewhere. I don't really have them right now, I guess. But there's an image of it that's on the fucking news. That's literally like the aftermath of his shop. when he decided, he was like, "We're gonna fuck it," and he leaves. Damn, dude, he just fucking went through his shit. He didn't even open his door. And the crazy thing is that this motherfucker had to lift the top shell of this Killdozer. It encased him basically in a tomb when he put the fucking thing on top of him, because it was however many tons of concrete and steel. You know, he knew he was gonna die in there. And after he destroyed the whole town, he turned a gun on himself and fucking killed himself, man. I mean, that's pretty fucking sad. That sucks. Because honestly, like I said, the dude's an American hero. He stood up against the fucking system and he fought back in the only way he knew how he could, you know? Here's some more footage on this shit.
We understand that the hardware store. I also understand that he did some damage to a bank, Liberty Bank, that was recently opened, and the town's newspaper building, a two-story structure as well.
Sky High News is the newspaper office there. We're told that that's virtually rubble. We heard from Tara Hurl on News 4 earlier, and she owns an anti-gun shop, black powder gun shop at the other end of the store, and she said that somebody came running in and told her to run out because it looked like this man earlier was making a beeline for their store and then turned and went elsewhere.
Yeah, it seems, again, as we talked about earlier, that it was very systematic, that he was picking and choosing where he was going. He was very deliberate in his choices.
Yeah, there may well have been a method to his madness, which is probably a
You're a friend, perhaps, of the man who is in. Now, Bonnie is joining us by telephone. And Bonnie, we understand that you are a friend, perhaps, of the man who is inside that bulldozer. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
What can you tell us about this person?
Well, he systematically is going through the different buildings. That is correct, the information about the ongoing dispute with the concrete company. And he went to Gamble's because
not initially, but what ended up happening is that he drove his Killdozer into a building structure that had a basement underneath of it, and the wood, the support beams could not hold the fucking Killdozer, so he ended up getting stuck. Upon getting stuck and realizing that he was stuck, he turned the gun on himself and committed suicide inside of the fucking Jesus, Murphy, that is some straight fucking Twisted Metal type shit that he did, bro. He did some straight Twisted Metal type shit, you know, and I commend the guy for it, because that's crazy. He got fucked around by the city, he got fucked around by his government, and he got fucked around by some fucking yuppie, bro, that owned a concrete company. That's not very cool. Not very cool at all. So, I just had to report on this, because like I said, it's June 4th. It's the anniversary of it. It's fucking intense. Amazing point in history. All right, you guys, remember, always question everything. You guys should just look into this too. Look into Marvin Heemeyer, June 4, 2004. Look into it. Question it. Have a good night.